Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'll be teaching you how to crochet these beautiful flower motifs. They are super easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel that you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. Today, I'm only teaching you how to do the motifs. And in my next video where I'm going to do a design, I think I'm going to do a blouse or a bikini cover-up, depend how many I want to do for the length. I will show you how to attach them to one another because you're going to do that with a different color, so you can do this center as many as you want for your project. To make this circular flowers motif, these are the material I'm going to use. They are the loose and thread washable wool, blur lines, fine to 75% washable wool, 25% nylon, and they are 100 grams, 357 meters. The color of this one is Mardi Gras, and the color of this one is Bonfire at Night. The crochet hook that I'm going to use is a 3.5 millimeter. You're going to need tapestry needle and scissors. I made this two with the Mardi Gras. I'm going to show you this one with the campfire, the bump campfire. This one I have even blues, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. You can do all of them if you have this one, all of them with this. Don't matter, but I like the combination of both. So when you do the first round, this one, don't gonna sit flat. Only gonna sit flat when you do the next one. This is done in 2 rounds, so very fast, very easy. So you're gonna start with a slip knot and a chain of 6. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, but not too much. That way you guys can see a little bit better. Because when I zoom too close, I always get out of focus, out of camera. I'm here working, and then all the extra space. So I have to pay a little bit more attention when I zoom in. That way I can record what I'm doing. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a chain of 6. You're gonna come here and you're gonna close that circumference. Now you're gonna chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're gonna do yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna go inside that loop and you're going to pass your hook, and then you're going to pass it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to close those 2. You're going to do a chain of 1, nice and loose, and yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to go to the loop and you're going to pass, and you're going to pass it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're going to close those 2. This is very easy to do. You're going to chain 1, nice and loose, yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Again, you're going to pass it through that ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 is the one that you close the 2 loops. You don't need to count 7. So a chain space, yarn over 3 times, you go through that ring, and you see, you go through the first one, 1, and then the second one is the yarn over, that's 2, and then the third one is just that loop in the hook, that's 3. The first one is the yarn over, the fifth one is just that loop, and the sixth is passing through the yarn over. and then you're gonna close, and you're gonna chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna close and chain 1. And like that, you're gonna continue working all the way around until you have 20 of these, and the chain is the first one of the 20s. And we will do one more round and we're done. I will show you one more time. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna close. Chain 1 nice and loose. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Close and chain 1, and like that you're gonna continue here until the end. So I'll meet you here when I have my number 20. I have my 20 stitches. I chain 1, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6 I'm gonna do a slip stitch. And like that you finish the first round, and you see it's not flat. Even if you try to get it flat, don't gonna get flat. That's okay. These ones were exactly the same. After I did the next round, you see they're flat now. So we're gonna do the second and last round for this part with this color yarn. I'm gonna come to the chain space and I'm gonna do a single crochet. I'm gonna chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're gonna do these stitches, but we're gonna do them 3 times on each space, and you don't want to finish. We're gonna finish them together and then do a chain. So 1, 2, and 3 yarn overs. You go to the same chain space, and you're gonna pass it through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna leave it open like that. Yarn over 3 times, and you're gonna do another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you have 3 loops because you have 3 of these and only 3 loops. And the next one you will have 4 because you will be carrying the loop from the chain space. So you're gonna slip here and you're gonna chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Go to the next chain space, and you're gonna do that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna leave it open. Yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You had 2. You have 3 loops, but you only have 2 of these. You see you're carrying the loop from the chain. 1, 2, and 3. And do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to do a slip stitch to close those and chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's the repetition that you're going to do until you have 20 of these petals all the way around. So there will be 3 stitches with 7 chain space in between. Again, 1, 2, and 3. Go to the next space. 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. You're going to finish, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You have your 3 with 4 loops in the top, and you're gonna slip stitch on those loops and chain 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Turn over 3 times, go to the next one and do the same. 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. You're gonna close this, slip stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and like that you're going to continue working all the way around. And if you look at this, you see, start to make this one flat, and you're going to finish here when you do the last one with chain 7 and a slip stitch here inside the slip stitch that you did there, and you're done your motif. So depend of the project that you're making with them is the size that you're gonna do. If you're making a blouse like me for the next tutorial, you will need both size, bigger ones and a smaller one for the sleeves. But as you're making a shawl with the big one, it will be perfect. I already showed you how to do the bigger ones. I'm gonna show you how to do the smaller one. It's exactly the same amount of stitches. It's just the size of the stitch that change. That way you get the bigger ones for the body and the smaller ones for the sleeves. We're gonna have 20 of these and 20 of these as well with a chain space. So we're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to go to the first chain and you're going to close the circumference. Now you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to do yarn over twice, and this one was yarn over 3 times and this one is twice. And you're gonna work in the first loop, that's 1. Now through the loop and the first yarn over, that's 2. Through the loop is 3, and through the loop and the yarn over is 4, and then you're gonna close those 2. So you're only gonna do it, and this one was 6 times and this one is 4 times. So chain 1, yarn over twice. You're going to pass through the first loop, now through the loop that you created and that yarn over, through the loop and yarn over, and you're going to close. That's 4 times. You're going to chain 1, again yarn over twice. You're going to, if you look here, you have 3 without this one. You have the 3, 2 yarn over and the loop. You pass it through the first loop, through the loop and the yarn over, through the first loop, and then the loop and the yarn over, and you close, and that's 4 times. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to repeat this again until you have 20, exactly the same as the big one. At the end, you're going to chain 1 and do the slip stitch on the 4th chain. So do this, and I will meet you here to show you how you're going to do the ones in the next round. I finished this. I did the slip stitch in the 4th chain, and since I have 5, I slip stitch to the one in between those 2, and then now I'm going to chain 5. For this one, remember, we did a chain of 6. For this one is a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to do yarn over 3 times. It's exactly yarn over 3 times like this one, but instead of passing through 6 times, we're going to pass only 5 times. So 1, 2, and 3. You're going to go to the same space, and you're going to pass it through 1, through those 2, through 1, sorry, through 2, through 1, and 2. You have 5 times. So 1, 2, and 3. You pass it through the loop, that's 1. You pass it through the loop and the yarn over is 2. You pass it through the loop and that yarn over is 3, and you pass it through the loop, and then the loop and yarn over is 5. And you're going to close and here, and you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3. You go to the next space. You pass it through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, this one was 6, this one is 5. One last. 1, 2, and 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and you're going to close there, and you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then already 3 times. I'm going to come a little bit closer. You go into the chain space, and when you do that, you don't want to count the last one because that one is from this chain, so you have 4 loops. So you want to pass it through the first one, and then the next one is a loop that you created and the yarn over. So you're going to pass it through those 2, and then again through the loop and the yarn over, that's 3, and then only through that loop, and then the loop and yarn over is 5. 1, that is a little bit loose there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3, and again pass it through 1, through those 2, through those 2, through only 1, and then 2, and that's 5. 1, 2, and 3, and again pass through 1, 2, 2, 1, and 2, and that is 5. You're going to close here, and you're going to chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And like that, you're going to continue working, and you're going to finish here exactly as you did with the big one, with the slip stitch inside that those stitches in there, and you'll have a smaller size. So I already know how many you're going to need, around how many you're going to need for the blouse, because I have to edit this video that I've already done. If you see my nails are different color from this motif to this one, it's because I already done this tutorial, and then I realized that I want to need some smaller ones for the blouse, and then I decided to show in this tutorial. That way when I'm making the blouse, it's just putting everything together. So far in my calculation for the sleeve, I don't know if I want it longer than 2 rows of motif, but if I want it longer, and then I will do a few more of these, 6 more. But so far I think with 12 of this one and 17 for the body, for the length that I'm giving to mine. If you want it longer, and then you have to do more, like 6 more for an extra round. I did, and instead of 17 like I'm gonna use for my blouse, I did 31. So I have all those extra ones that I'm gonna use for a shawl. So after I finish the tutorial of the blouse, that way I can use those extra motif of these ones that I have. I will show you how to do a shawl as well. So I'm gonna finish this, and I will show you how you're gonna finish at the end, cut the yarn, and then you are ready to go creating these beautiful motifs. I lost the tail of this one, and it look like this. And these are the smaller ones, the bigger ones. And when you finish doing this one, you have to open them up like this, because it tends to be bunched up a little bit like this one, you see. And you open it and move it around, and we'll take the flat shape as well. And the plan that I have is to use 12 of these for the sleeve so far for the length. Maybe I will have to make some more to make it longer, maybe not. But for the body, I'm going to need 17. That's for the length that I'm going to do mine. If you want it longer, and then you have to do more. Well, I hope you guys like it, and give thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber and you make these beautiful motifs or anything with them and you want to send me some picture. You can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.